Happy Halloween, guys.
It is Halloween.
Yeah.
All the ghouls and goblins are out.
This is a lot better than Halloween in 5th grade. I'll tell you that.
Oh, well,
You have a story?
yeah.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Embellish.
Yeah. I had 5th grade, Halloween.
What was your costume?
Had
Please
li-
tell me it was
No.
a
Had-
$16 man or
I had
hard
a
plastic
cavity.
mask.
I had a cavity. Had
In your mouth.
Had to go to the dentist. And the dentist,
Searched your cavity.
they thought it would be really smart to give a 5th grader nitrous oxide for the first time. Why they're in full Raggedy Ann and Andy Halloween costumes.
Oh, that was your costume?
No, that was
those
their
are dentists.
costume.
Oh, their costume. Oh, you went on a trip.
So, yeah, first time with nitrous oxide, you have Raggedy Ann and Andy working on your fucking teeth. Muzak is playing there, and the room starts spinning. Yeah. So this Halloween's,
This better?
I don't know, man. I sort of like,
Day's
you
not
take
over yet.
some nitrous now just because?
yeah, just
Whip
to
it
sort of
up.
reminisce those days. But
I do love looking at old photos, and I even remember, everything back then. It was I'm sure, horribly flammable vinyl jumpsuit
Oh, yeah.
with zip ties in the back, and then just a hard plastic shell, ghost face or whatever it was.
so cheap. Who are we fooling then?
Now you can get full blown prosthetics.
Yeah.
But all the females over like 14, everything is whatever it is plus a whore. Like, it's like,
know.
oh, it's a nurse whore.
Yes.
It's a teacher whore.
Yeah.
Everybody just got slutty
Freddy
on
Krueger.
Halloween. Whore. Everybody got slutty. Why so slutty?
I don't understand it. I don't understand. It's
Why are you
homeless.
slut
horror.
shaming
Homeless
Freddy Krueger?
whore.
That's just a prostitute. I don't think you need to quantify that one. It's straight up prostitute.
Yeah, the Halloween costumes have they've gotten better for sure.
Oh, a lot more work put in.
I would definitely put up Ryan's Spider-Man costume to mine when I was
100%.
Yeah, and we should
12
put that
years
photo up now.
And I will say he will try to backpedal on it and say, oh, it's not as good as the others, but his Deep was strong too.
Yeah.
When he went as the Deep, that was. I do think he needed an octopus sidekick for that to really work. But for those that watch The Boys, that's what that's referencing.
So are you dressing up tonight?
I'm dressed up as a dorky father
Nailed it,
every day.
crushing
So, no, don't dress up.
Matthew.
Do you get many trick or treaters?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think.
Do you get full-size trick-or-treaters?
Not in the country.
Full size,
You said you get mini trick-or-treaters. Do you get full-size?
fun sizes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get fun size trick or treaters?
Yeah. Might get a possum.
Possum, dude. Which, by the way, there's great videos of all the Nest cams.
For the first time in my life,
love it.
For the first time in my life, I saw a possum playing dead, and it totally tricked me.
Oh, and
guys
they're
are
really
alive?
good at it.
Yeah,
They're really good at it.
they're really good at. I mean, the dogs went out for a walk one night. The one dog was going crazy. Take the flashlight, look, and there was this possum just like that. And I'm like, "Fuck, man! There's a dead possum in my backyard." I'm like, "Come on, guys, let's get inside and shit." And I go out there an hour later. It's like, I guess I need to pick up that possum, and throw it away, put the trash, and that motherfucker was gone.
He's running away laughing at you.
And I was like, what kind of like acting school did they go to for that?
Have you seen these great viral videos that now everybody's submitting from
Sora.
the Nest cams? And it's like the people that have the bowls of the honor system, and the possum jumps in the bowl, but there's a motion sensor, automatic, animatronic that then and the possum's like and just drops out of the bowl. And they're great.
This damn possum! I just couldn't believe it. I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, maybe he'll show up this year to trick-or-treat and be dressed as a raccoon.
That would be nice.
Just have a raccoon costume on top of it.
On top of the possum. It's just a raccoon, guy. Just a little trash panda. Yeah, so Halloween on a Friday night. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah,
That's
doesn't
kinda
happen very
cool.
often.
Yeah.
By the way, aren't we about to enter that phase of like our interstellar Groundhog Day with this 3 AI that's coming from around the sun?
Yeah, Three-Eye Atlas.
3 yeah.
Yeah, I actually haven't heard much about it.
I have, Avi.
I've
Been a ton of speculation, but I kept thinking this is like an interstellar Groundhog Day, right? Where it's like, what happens if he's changed trajectory? Oh, we're all going to die. And
No, I've
the stakes are higher.
I've honestly been on the road, so I've been out of the loop of news and everything. So
I am disappointed. There's been a ton of fake AI of like Brian Cox and other people sounding the alarm bell, and it's all AI generated. It's like, God, it's interesting enough. Why do you have to make shit up? This is really amazing. We don't need to make anything.
Don't need to make anything up anymore.
No, so you were saying, like, have you read or heard much about the update?
I think Avi Loeb, that's his name.
That's the original.
The Harvard scientist. He is.
Is he backtracking a little bit?
Not at all.
Oh.
He's like, it looks like it's accelerating, and it's like, well.
It's getting closer to something with a gravitational pull, so of course it's going to.
Right.
It's like, come on, bro.
But what about this? Are they still saying, is it true? Or I can't decide anymore if it's the fake stuff or the real stuff. Is it illuminated from the front?
I haven't. I mean,
like
I've
headlights?
heard a little bit.
Well, just some sort of illumination from the front, as well as this sort of bizarre trail it's creating that the makeup of it, as they're detecting from a distance, is sort of
different. Like,
confounding.
Unusual. It's emitting some unusual elements that we don't typically find in like a normal comet or
correct.
Or,
like not at all normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just hope it gets here soon so I can hitch a ride.
Right.
Me too.
Yeah.
Haley Bop.
Yeah, I gotta go shave my head.
That
Buy some
great
Nikes.
SNL. I think of SNL skit every time they get through. Like, yeah, we did it. What about the what was it? They were neutering everyone, and
that's one thing we regret.
yeah, actually, we were off on that one.
Got that one wrong.
That one wrong. Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, it's great.
Otherwise,
Our new alien overlords. One thing I want to, I don't have a costume, but I do want to.
That's not what I've heard.
Yeah, so we did update the website. We actually do have a couple of shirts and stuff for sale. On
merch.
We have actual merch now. So
Nice sweatshirt, by the way.
this is a one-off.
It is.
So
Nice.
it's a one-off.
A one of one.
Yeah, one of one. But there are shirts, t-shirts available on the website.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
And so go to the A-POD-Calypse.com and go to the store link, and you can actually buy some shirts. And we actually have a fun one on there for a deep cut. It's for Mo Clothes.
Nice.
Love it. You got a Mo Clothes.
There is a Mo
merch?
Clothes,
Nice.
Mo Clothes shirt. So
Love
all you landscape lovers out there's a good one for you.
Speaking of landscape lovers, how is your neighbor doing?
Well,
Check in on Kyle.
Yeah, we probably can't talk a whole lot about that.
Is there litigation pending?
Yes, sort of. A report has been filed with.
And what's in said report? Just how he dug into your yard?
Yes, there is some criminal mischief.
Criminal mischief.
Wow.
Little criminal mischief.
That almost sounds cute and adorable.
It does.
Like, ooh, I'm gonna miss
I know.
him.
Oh, no more criminal
Yeah.
mischief out of you.
Oh,
That's something the Hamburglar totally did. You know what I'm saying? Him and Grimace.
let's do some criminal.
Criminal mischief. Now included with your
That's
Happy
what
Meal.
Gremlins did. Yeah, they just got a
True.
criminal. Yeah, so probably we'll hold off from any updates for the next foreseeable future. So. But because this is all recorded.
Right. Yeah. Wait until.
Nobody's listening.
True, nobody is listening.
Let's check back in. Let's check back in post arraignment and see where we are.
We'll see who's in jail, if it's me or
Understood.
said neighbor.
Yeah.
Depending on how things get. We did contact the HOA, and they were pretty much like, yeah, we can't do anything. So they're like, it's a neighbor versus neighbor. Now, if he had done something that was illegal in terms of that involved a bylaw with the HOA,
Right.
then they can get involved.
That's better to skip them. Go straight to the police.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
So
HOA.
yeah. So
Yeah, we can't do anything, but hey, man, your rates are going up.
yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Hey, while you're at it, cut your limbs.
Yeah.
That's not my fault. So, and another thing happened. I was just, this is a funny story. Was just on the road with some of our good friends on a EDP event. And our good friend, Mr. Giggles, was on the show.
Love it.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeffries.
Mr. Jeffries, Chris Jeffries Dowling. And we were at the bar one night having a couple cocktails, and we started talking about this old movie that I had seen a number of times called The Party Animal. I think I've told you about it a few times.
Seen it. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's terrible,
No,
but it's great.
So terrible. It's great.
It's a straight up 80s.
Is Tom Hanks in that?
Isn't that,
No.
isn't that
Yeah,
the
I'm
one
thinking
with the?
Bachelor
Isn't that
Party.
the one? That's where he lives with his grandma.
No. That's Grandma's house.
Okay, what's Party Animal?
Party Animal is about this.
Is that Nick Swardson? And...
No, this has nobody in it. I mean, it's a deep cut B movie. I mean, B stands for boobs because there's a lot of them in it.
Okay.
I mean, it's terrible. Like there's the references in the.
Still felt like if
So you're watching
no
it for
one,
the plot, right?
Yes, for the plot, for sure.
No
anyway,
one's recognizable.
No, not. I mean, there's like one guy that.
Are the boobs recognizable?
Yeah, he mean, yeah. Well, but so and Mr. Giggles or Soft Giggles has a deep knowledge of 80s movies, and
yeah,
he had never seen it. So we were talking about it, and we like started trying to find it on to rent. You can't find it anywhere to rent. Nowhere on streaming. And so he found it on YouTube. And so we're kind of laughing. It's like, you got to check it out. And we're walking down the hall, and we were just, as we get closer to our rooms, we realize, are we on the same floor? We're on the same floor. Are we close to each other? Oh, we're right next to each other.
Oh, no.
And we have one of those rooms that the door is open so you can walk into the next room. We opened up the door. He got
and had movie watching night.
It's nice.
Eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best part. What?
So
Boobies.
it was just me, Chris Jeffrey, sitting in my room watching this horrible, hilarious movie.
Well, it's probably for the best, because if you hadn't joined him, you would have just spent the next 2 hours hearing the
Right next door. And what's funny
he has
is
the best laugh.
yeah, and what's so funny is I was texting Tony about it. She's like, "Oh, you got to watch it again through somebody else's eyes for the first time." I love that for you.
Through somebody
Jimmy,
else's
for you.
eyes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that was a pretty good night, I got to admit. So
That's awesome.
congratulations on Chris getting to see that movie for the first time. And it's terrible. I do not recommend it. I also highly recommend it.
Also, I highly recommend it.
But it has one of the best punk soundtracks ever for this movie. I mean, I don't know how they scored.
Was it late 80s?
No, it's like 84.
Okay.
Yeah.
Partying. It
It's just
feels so
just
familiar,
amazing.
like I would have rented it from the Minute Mart.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
VHS.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they like sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many shit movies.
Oh, especially in the 80s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
I do miss
How much
movie
film?
poster art. Like I remember being a little kid standing in
that's
line
the
waiting to get
best.
tickets and looking at the big showbill cards up in the glass cases, and look at all that awaits us when we go in here to see the Cannonball Run 3.
And I think that's, I did the same thing. And I mean, go in the video store and just look forever.
Yeah.
Gorgeous artwork.
So I think it's fascinating now looking at it through our eyes in hindsight of, wow, what's that job entail like? How are you surmising? What's your guidance? Do you have to sit down, watch the film, and then you sort of just make notes on, all right, well, let me sketch out this thing from this scene and make sure to put the little, third-rate character's head back in the top corner.
Make it much smaller. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just fascinating.
And then there's always the really, really terrible movies that were so cheap they just use a still from the movie.
Yeah, grab a frame, slap a title on it. We're done, guys. We're done.
The best was like when VCRs came around and they did the straight home to video stuff, and you would get a movie and you would put it in. It's like, wait a second, that's video.
Yeah. We were just talking about that.
And it's like, man, they would spend all their budget basically on the cover
Yeah.
to make it look really nice, make it look high and and it's like, wow, this looks like shit. But the dude that designed the movie art poster for Back to the Future,
Blade Runner. Yeah. He just recently passed away.
yeah, he just passed away.
Oh,
And
really?
He did some beautiful.
All his stuff is amazing.
Oh, is he like got a massive catalog? Of
Oh, yeah.
back in the
the
day.
biggest movies you could think of. He's
Really?
done them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Star Wars, Blade Runner, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Oh my God, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Big
just-
Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
The classic Star Wars alone.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the original one. It was the re-release. I think the special editions.
Okay.
But yeah, all his stuff looks like this hyper realistic.
Well, same thing with back when they used to do plates. I'm fascinated with the artwork where they would paint on glass and then use those as backgrounds.
Oh,
as
yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Talk about art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ralph McQuarrie was the.
Yeah.
just an amazing.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Are you stoked about the new re-release?
Of.
They're gonna re-release the theatrical prints of the original Star Wars.
Oh, there are. I haven't heard that.
They're going back and they're totally rescanning the film. So this is not going to be a shitty like a lot of
Some up-res.
a lot of these people are doing up-reses and they're looking terrible and shit. Yeah, they're actually going back to the negative.
Wow.
And
Does
they're
it still exist?
they're
I figured that they would have deteriorated by now.
they're going to rescan everything and it's going to be the exact theatrical release of episode.
Wow, I thought they buried those ever since he did his.
And what's it going to
be?
be in 4K or something?
Yeah, yeah. Well, Disney, I think they're hurting for money right now. So they're like, what do we have in our...
Open the vault.
Yeah,
Did I see, was it fake news? Did I see something a couple of days ago speculating that Lucas wanted to jump back in and do something around Star Wars? No?
I think he's...
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's how old is he now?
I don't know, but I didn't know he had... What does he have? Does he have diabetes? Not.
He has $1 billion as well.
Yeah, but he had diabetes at a very young age. I didn't know.
Really?
He's battled that all of his life, and I guess
Really?
his health is starting to deteriorate. Something.
Yeah, last time I saw him, a video,
Yeah.
he was looking a little feeble and walking.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what the sugars will do to you.
Gotta love sugar.
Wilfred Brimley tried to tell us.
Diabetes.
You got the diabetes. What beat us? The diabetes.
My mom used to beat him.
My mom used to beat us. I don't know who this die is, but
Well, speaking of creative,
we weren't. We were talking about diabetes. That's our new gig. We're always going to find ways to say "speaking of" and then whatever, even though we weren't speaking. That's our new thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of creatives, what the fuck?
Speaking of...
speaking of diabetes,
Wilfred Brimley and creatives.
our next guest will be a shot of insulin into our entertainment.
Shot insulin into our entertainment.
No, but going back to the creative part with the posters, our guest for today is a highly creative individual, so much so that he actually used to be my boss. So he actually is.
Shit.
He's kind of like my Yoda.
Nice.
So
Well, I'm going to have some questions.
yeah,
Wow.
so,
Is that a lightsaber in your pocket, or are you happy to see us?
Oh, the force is with me. But this gentleman kind of helped me kickstart my career in news. We won't say how many years ago, but from then on, he was the art director at the TV station, and then from there on, has gone to start his own business, working in the world of trials.
Correct.
Yeah. So let's introduce Sean Oates to the show.
Mr. Oates,
Good afternoon,
welcome.
gentlemen.
Welcome to the
up?
show.
So he said in the world of trials, but sans tribulations or just trials?
Yeah, there was no "and" in there. It's just
Just focus on trials.
Well, I still do other things besides the trial work, but that's my
How long you been doing that?
23 years now. That's how long ago I got laid off.
yeah.
From the
The
station,
TV station.
from TV world? And then in hindsight, you're realizing, no, that was the right time to jump ship. Why would you stay on that sinking ship?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you remember.
Oh, I remember.
It was a month almost to the day after September 11th.
Yeah.
And Jason, myself, and the other artist, Christy, we were all assured we're safe because we...
You're not in the buildings.
Yeah, right.
Too soon.
But we provided news graphics all day long
Yeah.
for the news product, and we were told anybody that has anything to do with the news, we're fine. But what they ended up doing was they picked people that had been there for a relatively long time and they were making more money than they wanted to pay, and nobody in that station thought I was going to get popped.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
And the Friday before, I don't know if you remember this.
Oh, I know. I tell this story all the time.
Yeah. Jason got stuck on the 2nd Street Bridge,
Yeah, I think so.
one of them. And so I was there, and we couldn't get a hold of him. Nobody had cell phones.
How did you get stuck on the bridge?
Yeah, were you trying to pick something up? Had you dropped something?
Yeah.
Try to stop a guy jumping off the bridge, guys. God,
Yeah.
come on. Wasn't a good Samaritan. Yeah. No, I was had gone over to actually what was the
Freelance job.
No, it was Bill Wells and
yeah.
Ted's old place over in Indiana.
Vision Mix?
Vision Mix, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go over there because I had done some freelance little thing, and I needed something rendered because it was like this huge file. And back then, most people didn't have a huge machine to render stuff at home. So I went over there and got stuck on. It was, I guess, because it was Halloween.
Well, I was working on a Halloween animation.
So it was around Halloween.
It was right around there.
Yeah.
And there was a wreck, I think. that
Yeah.
You couldn't get across.
Right.
And I'm calling Tony, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And nobody had cell phones, right? So we had no idea. And then all of a sudden, I think it was like around 11:15 or 10:30.
late.
Jason walks in. I'm like, dude, And I went ahead and took care of, I think, the 11 o'clock newscast. I had nothing to do, and I was like, whatever. So I was there late on Friday. That Friday, I had my review the same day, which was 6 months overdue. Got a raving review. Everything was cool. And I even asked my boss, I said, is there anybody that I need to, iron some things out? Because, it was a big company. I wanted to make sure nobody was pissed off at me and whatever. He goes, no, everybody's cool. And that Monday morning, I came in, had a great attitude, wore a tie.
That's where you.
Yeah.
And pants.
And I had pants, too. But I hadn't had anything to drink over the weekend. I was like, I'm just going to keep doing this job, even though it can suck sometimes, right? And my boss, I'm not going to mention his name, he catches me in the hallway and he goes, hey, you got a minute? And I said, sure. And he goes, we need to go down to HR and talk about the staff reduction. Oh, that's how he presented it to me. And Jason, you were coming in at noon, right?
2.
Yeah. Okay. And so I looked at him and we're walking down the hallway and it was like the Green Mile to HR, right?
Dead man walking.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
And I just looked at him and I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, it's me? And out of the number of people he had in his department, I thought, he's out of his mind. But anyway, so tense moving forward, I get a call from an attorney 6 months later asking me to help him out with a trial. And I have no idea what he wants. So I packed up my little portfolio case and walked down there. And sure shit, what he wanted me to do for a trial was what we did for the news every day, was create visuals to help tell a story. So,
what do you guys, I'm curious, what do you use as a delivery device? Are you in PowerPoint in the courtroom? Or
I use Keynote.
Okay. Keynote.
But, sometimes you have to use PowerPoint. There's also a program called TrialPad. And it originally started out on an iPad, and you could put documents, videos, all sorts of stuff in it, and you can actually do live call-outs where the attorney will point at the screen and say, hey, can you call out that paragraph of this document? And you just marquee around it, and bang, it pops it out.
Nice.
So the jury can read what you're referring to.
When you first started that job, just out of pure knee-jerk reaction, did you ever get to a point when the judge would say out of order that you would pop open slide sorter because you thought he was talking to you?
I've gotten in trouble.
Slides.
Sir, the slides are in the correct order.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
Clear com.
Out of order. Son of a bitch. Slide sorter.
Well, let's go back even further. We always love a good origin story. What's your superhero origin story? So you went to school to be a designer. Straight up.
I went to University of Central Florida in Orlando, majored in.
That explains a lot.
So are you from Florida?
Yes.
We'll get to Florida in a minute.
I was born in West Palm. And
West Palm, nice.
Grew up in the Cocoa Beach area.
Yeah.
In a little town called Rockledge.
Nice.
Where my dad was the mayor.
Yeah.
So were you still Cocoa Beach at the time? You could then take advantage of like space shuttle launches from there? Because you're in prime viewing from Cocoa Beach, right?
Saw them all the time. I went to Catholic grade school for 8 years, and the nuns would bring us out into the courtroom, before the space shuttle. But we watched Apollo launches whenever they went on.
That's cool.
Nice.
But the space shuttle ones were insane.
Yeah,
which is beautiful.
That's cool.
I was in Orlando when the one blew up.
Yeah.
But you could actually see it from Orlando.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that's the crazy
86.
thing. We used to go down to Clearwater to vacation,
I love Clearwater.
and you'd be able to see the launches from.
Oh yeah.
And it's crazy, and it's like how many miles away?
Well, because they could be arcing over you.
But it was just beautiful to witness that.
The night launches were the best.
Yeah.
And my parents lived right on the Indian River, and when the night launches would go off, you could see it, and it was just gold.
Oh,
dark,
wow.
and it would reflect out on the river. So, but anyway, grew up in Florida, went to University of Central Florida, graphic design, no computers at all. Everything was done, airbrush,
Yep.
Pedograph, Benz, X-Acto blades. which I had one fall and stick in my leg one time, stood straight up. Yeah, it was like that, and I had to yank it out. And
It was made by Acme.
yeah, Ace.
You got blood on the headline again.
Yeah, if it bleeds, it bleeds.
That was good. We didn't mean it literally.
Sean's really into his work.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, it leads.
That was the saying.
nice.
Yeah.
That came from WSVN in Miami, Florida.
That's where that originated.
That's what I heard.
If
It started
leads,
there
It leads.
because they were always showing like the
murders right up front.
yeah Miami. So. But anyway, like I said, no computers. Then after graduating, started with PBS in Orlando.
Oh, nice.
And we still did everything by hand, and shot with a overhead camera, and they used slides to promote TV shows and all that kind of stuff. Was there for I guess a year and a half, 2 years. Then moved over to CBS in Orlando, and they had a computer, and it was a weather computer, but it could do graphics. So we always used the weather computer to do graphics. And Liveline 4, I think it was called.
You probably had a selection of what, 2 fonts back then?
No, it was the Letraset fonts back when we were doing it by hand. You actually had to peel off the fonts or rub them down.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah, for now, when you got like a large amount of text you had it typeset, then you had to put it in either with rubber cement or wax.
Oh, wow.
Did you ever experience that?
No.
You're so lucky.
Yeah.
But the repeatograph pens, I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah.
You'd have a little washing device that would vibrate to clean all the ink out. And I mean, it was such fun. I mean, I would spend 3 or 4 days on one graphic.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember.
And now we do them in 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Clients used to come in, when I first started working here, I mean, like you said, I think we had a Chiron. That was it.
Yeah.
But most people, like for their logos, they would bring like a business card, or it might, sometimes we had like this dude brought in a napkin. We'd put it on a cam card. You have to key it out. Change. It's amazing how we would do logos back.
Oh yeah, and the thing is with doing things the whole organic way back then, I wouldn't train it for anything because I still use that mindset a lot of times, and sometimes I will actually draw something up or splash some ink down to get a certain effect.
Yeah.
But so use the weather machine to do graphics, and that was actually pretty cool. But the resolution was just weather graphics.
Yeah.
Right.
So then I got a job offer in North Carolina with the TV station. No, got a job offer in North Carolina, and we were still doing the old way, but we were getting a weather machine, so I used that. Then moved here to work with the TV station, and they had a paint box.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know what that is.
Yep.
And these boxes, ours was an Ava. It wasn't the Quantel, but it was the Ava.
Yeah.
It was the original one. And these things cost like $150,000 just for a
What is a
proprietary
paint box?
It's basically Photoshop.
Yeah.
But before Photoshop came around.
Yeah, but it uses a stylus instead
Right,
of
use a
mouse.
pen.
Okay.
And when you watch somebody work on that, it was magic. I mean, and I loved it. When Christy got hired, she hated
Yeah, I remember you telling me
because
that. Yeah.
she was used to Photoshop, and we hadn't gone that route yet. But anyway, one of my first experiences with Video Bread was using the paint box, and we traded graphics that I did on the paint box for film of horses running.
Yep.
For our Derby Open, and you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
They're probably still using it.
Probably.
But that was my idea with our boss at the time, Ann Atkins, and the film work was gorgeous, and then I did some work for the people that were working here at that time, and so then, I was there at HAS for 13 years.
Was it 13?
Yeah, it was 13.
I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking it was longer, but.
Felt like it.
Like dog years.
After you came.
Ooh, sorry about that.
No. Yeah. No, it was funny because when we hired Jason, Jason comes in, and I just, we were adding.
Fresh off a turnip truck.
Yeah. We were hiring a third artist, and the general manager at the time had a news background, and he was the only one really fighting for us to get a third artist. You remember Ken?
Yeah. And that's all I'll say about that.
But let the record reflect. You do remember it.
I do remember it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some stories about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he pushed for us to get a third artist, and so Jason applied, and he comes in and
I actually came in to interview for a teleprompter position.
did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with Mary Pat.
Okay,
And I
very
actually
good.
just happened to bring my portfolio, and she goes, "What's that?" So what's my portfolio? I'm actually a designer, and just by sheer luck, we've got an
That's how
opening
that happens. That's
for
Yeah.
designer. It's like, well, let's go upstairs and talk to Sean. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
and then yada yada yada.
And I think you had given me a VHS or some kind of tape. Or no, I watched your show.
Oh, yeah.
You were doing this animation for a hip hop show on the weekend.
Yeah, the Urban.
Yeah.
On UPN.
Yeah. So I watched that and I'm like, holy cow. And I'm like, how are you doing this?
Well, I don't know.
And it was Strata 3D.
Yeah, there was just some 3D work, and then like that was before I knew After Effects, so I didn't really know how to do animation, so I just do still frame animation, just like cutting between like really crude Photoshop art of these characters.
Just a couple of frames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have them like, DJing, just be like, this frame, this frame, this frame, this frame. Yeah. But it was good enough at the time,
Well, and I watched that and I was like, damn, because
it was fun
that's
stuff.
the one thing we were missing was the animation abilities. And we had After Effects, but we really weren't using it that much.
Yeah.
And so
And that was like probably what After Effects, like 1 or 2.
yeah.
I mean, it was early on After
Yeah.
Effects.
Well, and
or 3 maybe.
Photoshop didn't have layers initially, right?
That's correct.
You had to paste things, and But anyway, so Jason comes in. It's his first day, and you were doing news graphics in like 15 minutes after you were there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Slow down, champ.
But
You're making us look bad.
But keep going, Sean. I made my first mistake that first day.
Which one?
Oh, let's hear
Tell
it.
me, tell me.
Confession.
It was it was a bleed. If it bleeds, it leads story about a shooting, and I put a gun graphic in there. And
Was it pointing at
and
the...
John comes in, great job today, but as a note, don't point the gun at the anchor.
It's important to know where the pip is going to be.
Yeah.
You just had it lined up. Who's the anchor?
It's probably Melissa
Swan.
Oh, you're like holding her at gunpoint.
Like, do the news.
But that's happened a lot on
love
other
the
TV stations.
I love the feedback, the coaching. First of all, great job. Great job.
Killer first day.
Just a couple
However-
of notes. A couple of notes.
Yeah. It's a small one. It's just
a small one.
It's not a big deal, but
But we had to be aware of that. Like if you had a knife, or
Yeah.
stabbing
Yeah.
thing, And then I got in trouble.
I love all these graphics sound so subtle. I know. Y'all put the B back in subtle.
We did a special on the Standard Gravure shooting. Do y'all remember that?
Oh God, yeah.
It was 21 people got shot and 17 died, or
And
11.
And you really thought that as a society,
Isolated event.
Yeah, we
happening
would've-
again.
we would have learned from that,
Right.
Corrected it, and just that was the start.
That was literally
This whole cycle.
he was on Prozac.
Yeah.
And that's where this big, Prozac lawsuits started happening. But that building was right next door to JSTV.
behind us, yeah.
And I showed up, like I was doing a late shift that day. This was long before you got there. And two of the people I work with are out, and they were walking toward their cars.
You were still stuck on a bridge.
Exactly. And there were cops out in the middle of the road with machine guns and shotguns and FBI and all that. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And they told me what had happened. So, I knew people over there.
That's great.
So, but we did a special on that, and I can't remember the name of it, but I put bullet holes, like in a concrete wall type look. And one of the, I think it was the assistant news director at the time, says, "Oh, we can't have that." He made me take them. It looked so cool, though.
Yeah.
It really, but you had
Thought it was too much.
yeah, you thought it was too much. I didn't have blood pouring out of them.
Yeah, come on.
But that wall deserved it.
It was an asshole wall.
But we did have to be aware of that. But I'm glad you reminded me of that. That's pretty funny. Because we all did it.
Yeah, but you only do it one time.
And you could probably Google that right now.
It's probably some.
And there's so many people that have actually made that mistake.
Oh, sure.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
That was classic. Like, it's either the first day or the second day. It was early on, but
Love that. Love that.
we used to. We did have a good time in there. To the point where we think that people were so mad because we were laughing all the time.
We had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to make it fun because everybody else was so
because it's the
wound up.
news.
It's news.
It's just the news.
Well, and we had to, look at some pretty effed up stuff.
All day long, yeah.
We had this thing. Do you remember Name That Tune?
yeah.
So I started this thing where we always had music playing, and people would come up from the news department, with thing stuck up their ass, and we're like, oh.
You cool creators.
They liked coming up because they,
it's a chill vibe.
And so
It's like a commercial break for them.
it was.
Yeah.
They liked coming up to us, and so I bought a bag of candy, like lollipops or Dum Dums or something. And when the
They were
news
laced.
so when the news people would come up, we'd say, "Hey, do you want to play Name That Tune?" And they're like, "Oh, okay." And and easy songs, right? But then Dan
Till Jason showed up.
Yeah,
With his deep cut and hip hop.
but then this guy named Dan came up. Remember Dan?
Oh, yeah.
And we made it like the most difficult song.
Bizarre, obscure. That's Beethoven's Third Symphony.
And he walked out without a Tootsie Pop. So. But even the news director came up.
Oh, yeah.
Maria came up. She said, "I want to play."
Yeah, we were a nice break from like reality in there, because it was dark, because it was got the lights dim, and
Oh yeah.
and we were always just playing music and just cutting up. And our coworker Christy, rest in peace.
Yeah.
She had the biggest laugh, like soft giggles.
Nice.
And
Infectious.
so you could just hear it down the hall.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like probably the studio.
Probably, yeah.
So people were like, "You guys, what are you doing in here?" It's like, "Well, we're just having a good time."
And I think people were kind of pissed off.
Yeah,
at
I
us
think
to a
so.
certain extent, 'cause
But it's jealousy.
But we cranked out so much work
Yeah.
in a short amount of time. And the one thing Christy used to do is, like, if we said something a little off color, she'd go, "Sean," or Jason.
And it'd slap your shoulder as hard as she could.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, you're talking about that element of making sure you have fun. How do you bring that fun to the courtroom, Sean?
I don't. No. Well, actually, so one of the things that I've done is, there are a lot of people out there that can create a PowerPoint show or whatever, but most of them are not that good. I mean, you've experienced all that. So what I do is I try to make it look like a newscast.
Yeah.
And, I just, I try to, it depends on the attorney. Some of them just want straightforward, then they've got another attorney who wants icons built for every part of his case. And he'll open
Sort
up.
of to create visual chapters
Exactly.
for folks to.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he breaks it into 5 parts, and he'll start his opening statement with the evidence will prove.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. And he'll have me create icons for each one. And then when we get to that section, the icon will be big. And so he likes to get that stuck in their head.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so when they're back deliberating, they'll say, "Oh, well, remember that logo with the baby on, oh yeah." So it's just a matter.
You're helping guide their thought too.
Big time. Yeah. And so,
So is it a linear? I'm curious. Do you have sort of you work with first of all, do you work with a handful of attorneys? Like, how many do you have to get to know in their work style? Because they're all different, right?
yeah, I call it doing the dance, because each dance is different.
Yep.
And I probably have over 100 that I've worked for over the course.
Oh, really? That
Probably.
many?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But in terms of active, like if you look at 25 up to this point, is it 5 or 6 that you worked with over the year, or is it more?
It depends. Like, since 2002, that's when I started doing this.
Right.
I might have a guy in Paducah that calls me up, and I work with him one time.
And he's getting your name from another attorney when he says,
Exactly.
"You have anybody you'd recommend?" And
Yeah.
gotcha.
And so it just kind of goes out. It's all been word of mouth.
Yeah, which is great.
And
That's the best way.
but one of the funniest things was, I was working with a gentleman in trial, and we had this shit down. And his name is John Martin, and he came up with a method for when he does his opening statement and closing argument. He doesn't memorize anything. It's just that he looks at the next slide.
And that prompts him.
Yeah, and I call it the John Martin method,
Yep.
right? And I introduce that to new attorneys and say, this is one of these things, and they love it. But we put on a great show. The judges love this stuff, by the way, when you have your shit.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Because I was watching court TV yesterday while I was working.
Now, wait a minute. Stop. Hold on.
He has to.
So when no. So when it's time for Sean to escape, he escapes back into the courtroom.
It just happened to be on.
You sick puppy. Yeah.
Well,
I love it.
It just happened.
Yeah. On my DVR. 200 episodes. Oh, this is my favorite.
I have not recorded one. But there were so many mistakes during the course of the trial. because they didn't have somebody.
Yeah.
The attorney
Yeah.
was doing it for him,
Yeah.
right? But anyway, so when I was working with John Martin, we put on a great presentation and everything. The opposing counsel, he was the plaintiff, we were the defense. And he actually called me out in his closing argument, and he said, they got their guy over there.
You're like,
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there. And he says, and he's got his Macintosh.
Please tell me he used the full word, Macintosh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
his Apple Macintosh,
And he's got those fancy transitions. He said all this, and I'm just,
blinds in, blinds out.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
now it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault. Yeah.
He's calling me out during the closing argument in front of the jury. And so we smoked.
Did you beat his ass?
We smoked him, right? They got 0, right?
Yeah.
6 months later, guess who's calling me?
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fessed up. He says, "Look," he goes, "I know my presentations look like crap."
Yeah.
He goes, "Can you help me out?"
Yeah.
I want,
I'm
I
calling
want
you.
the guy.
Yeah, and
So it's like, oh, you want my fancy blind transitions? Yeah.
well, he went out and bought all this Macintosh, Macs, and got just all sorts of stuff like AirPlay, and he was doing stuff.
Well, so speaking of, you mentioned, did you say '02 was when you started doing this? Mm-hmm. So today, different story. Everything's been equipped, outfitted. All the tech has certainly made its way in, even into rural courtrooms.
Oh, yeah.
But in '02, what's the scene and what hoops are jumped through
bad.
to set up tripod projectors? And
yeah.
Can we unscrew this light bulb because it's washing out the screen? Or-
Yeah, we'd have people turn lights off, and I would bring in a projector, and I had a screen that I had, a case with wheels.
So this was you part of self-contained. Here's the guy who's going to turnkey show up and
Yeah.
I had everything, and I started out using duct tape to tape, and found out that was a big mistake.
oh,
And then
the residue it left.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm serious.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
still there.
yeah.
So then somebody said, "Oh, you need to get gaffer's tape."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and but anyway, so yeah, I would bring in everything. Now there's still situations where I do that.
Where you have to supplement based on the venue.
Yeah, like right now in Jefferson County, all the courtrooms are fitted with a system called JAVS system.
Yes.
And it's great because each courtroom has like monitors that size, 2 of them, and then you just bring your laptop in, you plug it in the table.
And Jav's Judicial Audio Visual Services?
Jefferson Audio Video
Audio
Services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that company, I remember that was a big
Yeah.
thing when
Yeah,
they were brought
big.
in to
Yeah.
outfit.
Yeah, I think IML did some work for them. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so
Went well for them.
yeah, it did.
Gangbuster.
But they cover the whole state. So even when you go to a smaller, like if you go to Bardstown, same thing. So it's wonderful in that respect. There are some issues, audio issues. I think I've told
Yeah.
you. Did I tell you about the mistake that happened in court with me recently?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so I don't like the audio system and how you can control, what the jury hears, and you have to control the audio with your app, which you would have to control the audio on Keynote. Where's the audio control on Keynote? It's just like this little thing down there, and it's on the video that you've projected up on,
Yeah.
right? And so,
There's no external control. It's within the.
it's all you. And on a Mac, you can't just hit the volume down. Once it's going HDMI, it's out.
Yeah,
It's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bring in speakers or a speaker, and I just point it at counsel table mic, and I have complete control, and it sounds great. Well, the mistake I made, which I didn't think it was a mistake for a long time, it was a Bluetooth speaker.
Oh shit!
Here you go. and I
What
had,
were you watching?
or juror number 3.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I see. Cool. Dun, 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 dun.
That's kind of what happened. Well, so I had it wired though, and the Bluetooth was not on. So in criminal trials, the prosecution goes first in their opening statement,
Right.
and then we go second. But I've got all my stuff ready, and had the Bluetooth speaker up there and everything. And usually when somebody latches onto a Bluetooth speaker, it does a little bloop, bloop, bloop,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Thing.
And I'm sitting there, and the prosecutor, who I'm friends with, she starts doing her opening statement, and then all of a sudden I hear the speaker go bloop, bloop. And I'm like, what the hell?
That's odd.
And she starts, it didn't bother anybody. And she's gets going in her opening statement. All of a sudden, a rap or a hip hop song comes blasting out. of my speaker.
Wet hot pussy.
Yeah. I didn't even know this song.
Nobody did until
It was so loud. And she's looking over at me, and I'm like,
just bouncing his head.
yeah. So it could have been somebody out in the hallway that saw.
Yeah, anybody. Yeah.
That was available. And it was just so embarrassing for me. And
Make
I
that
went
mistake once.
Yeah. Oh, and so I had went on Amazon and I got speakers that were not Bluetooth.
Yeah,
They're hard
yeah.
to find.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had them overnighted, and I got them the next morning for trial.
Make that mistake once, never again.
Yeah.
I
But
can just see you scrambling, just unplugging, just throwing it across. Just smashing it.
I went to the judge and apologized during break, and I'm like, she felt.
And you see the judge with their phone. Oh, it was me. Sorry.
It's my ringtone.
I too want to apologize.
It's my ringtone.
But that's pretty much about the only extra equipment that I bring into most courtrooms now. It's
Nowadays.
just a speaker, just so I can control it, which I didn't at that time. But
Wait, I know. I can remember. I've been to one or two.
you came by and watched because you were gonna possibly do
and
some
it was
work.
pretty early on, and you had like a whole cart full of stuff.
Oh,
I mean, the fact that now you were just down to a laptop and a speaker is
Well, yeah,
great.
as tech has improved and they've
Yeah, I
gotten
think-
outfitted.
Yeah,
you're-
the footprint gets smaller and
I
smaller.
think we need to up the game a little bit now. Maybe we can start doing musicals.
in courtrooms.
Yeah.
And then she killed him. that show was really good. I vote guilty. It's like a Rotten Tomatoes, depending on how well it does.
Exactly.
I don't know. The special effects lost me. I vote. Turn him free. Let him go.
It sounds like the second Joker to me.
Right.
I still haven't seen that.
I haven't
I
either.
haven't either.
Yeah.
there have been attorneys who have actually sang
No,
closing argument before.
no.
Yeah, there was one where it was an airbag case. It was a huge, huge case, and the closing argument
Was it a song about air supply?
No, it was the mother song. M is for
Mr. T's mother song.
yeah,
For the mother that you always be.
yeah. Oh, that's exactly. He sang that.
So treat her right.
Right.
Link in this episode. We have to link to that.
My mother, so treat her right, treat her right. M is for the moan and the miserable groan from the pain that she felt when I was born.
He didn't quite have the rap down like that, but he sang that song in front of the jury. And he started tearing up, and
Did they tear up too for different reasons?
he got
or-
0. And it was a 2-week, multi-million-dollar lawsuit. But
Yeah, you said a couple of times you've had attorneys sing. Has that ever ended well?
The last one that did it, he made some money, but it was nowhere near what he wanted. And well, I mean,
Come up with a better song.
well, what
Stick
happens
the
is,
attorney in Matlock.
what happens is a lot of times there's a car accident or some kind of accident, and the person does deserve some justice
Right.
in that respect.
Yeah.
But then when they come in, they want like $10-20 million.
Right.
Like,
It's a-
really
yeah.
And so and when you're on the defense side, you kind of know
Yeah.
your side effed up.
Yeah.
Or something happened, and it's all damage control.
You're just trying to chisel down and chip away down to something
Right.
manageable.
And the same thing happens in a criminal trial too, because
Right.
the guy's charged with murder. They're
Yep.
going to try for, negligent homicide or something like that. But if I did a trial a while back, the one where the guy sang the last time, and I think we got it down to like $2 or $3 million, and it was a win
Wow.
because they wanted, and the insurance company
substantially
was
more.
thrilled.
Yeah.
And that's the one word you can't say during trial.
What?
Which words?
Insurance. That's the magic word.
Really?
Because it'll end a trial just like that.
How's
With
that?
jurors
Mistrial.
realizing that it's
Actually, the insurance company paying for it.
right, which
Everybody-
is money, just
Yeah.
this big behemoth
Gotcha.
thing that, like, who cares? Give it to them.
Yeah, well, exactly, and it's kind of stupid because everybody knows
You
to
just
a certain
don't.
extent. But I had to do a trial 3 times because the witness purposely said, "Oh,
Drop
he's-
the word.
Yeah, I made a lot of money on that one.
Wow.
doing it 3 times.
3 times.
So the witness can't even say it.
Correct.
That's
yeah,
bullshit.
you can't hit the record.
Well, and
Wow.
the attorney that's doing the examination of the witness, they have to word it properly so
Right.
they don't even get a chance.
don't lead them into it.
Well, but this witness basically didn't care and just he knew he wanted to say it because his boss were saying, go ahead and
That's crazy.
I don't want to put you on the spot and try to do quick
Sure you
recall,
do.
but well, I
It's a podcast. I mean, it's all about putting people on the spot.
I like to say I don't, though.
Would you sing for us?
You do not want me to do that.
What's the most bizarre thing you've created for a trial? Like, what moment did you find yourself in, like, I can't believe I've made all these life choices to find me right here, right now, doing this thing?
Well, it was the Body in the Basement trial.
Oh my God!
Well, you've got my attention.
So
You, sir.
We went right to the top on that one.
well, that was the most memorable, and that's the book that Tony's reading.
Yeah.
So-
Sean is this is a lot here. So
Yeah.
you're actually mentioned in a book that's a published thing you can read.
The dark room in Glitterball City. Dave Domine.
Yeah.
He's the local author, and he wrote a book about this murder and everything surrounding it in Old Louisville. And but anyway, the Body in the Basement trial. Steve Romines was the attorney that I was working with, and he's a very well-known criminal defense attorney here in the state. And we had our guy Jeff Munt had made 3 911 calls to, get the police to his house because his ex-boyfriend was trying to kill him, and Jeff was hiding in a closet. Sorry.
How ironic.
Yeah, I know. At least that's what I remember. And he's calling 911, and all 911 calls are recorded.
Right. Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize that when you call 911, it's actually back recording. So if you say something before they pick up, it actually has that on there.
Oh shit! So I shouldn't
So
say.
it's grabbing onto that before it's answered.
Pre-record, yeah.
It's really
interesting.
people might say, "Answer the phone, motherfucker," whatever.
Well, or like, let me get my story straight. Fuck, what was I going to say again?
Exactly.
I mean,
Wow.
But so
good to know, listeners.
Yeah, just the more you know.
Guess who's going to be committing a murder this weekend, boys?
But so one of the things Jason and I have talked about this, that I try to create something that the jury can actually look at while they're listening.
Right. Engage both the senses. Yeah.
Most of the time, people will just play the audio, and you look over the jury, and they're just like bored to tears. So I put together a really cool animation, and in After Effects, you can take a piece of audio and you attach a waveform to it,
Right.
and it looks like something off of Dateline,
Right.
And it's really cool. So I've been using that, and Adobe Premiere now has it will transcribe,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
and
So you can then have
the text. But on this particular one, Steve Romines told me, he says, get a bunch of pictures of Joey, the other guy who we say did the killing, right?
Yeah.
Did the killing.
The killing, yeah.
Can't we officially call him the killer or murderer?
Well, he's in prison, so yeah.
He did it.
He did it. And
Suck it, Joey.
yeah, he liked that. Sorry. Well, I sent you the one video.
Yes, you
Okay,
did.
we could talk about that.
Of Joey sucking?
No. It was part of the trial. Actually.
What's going on?
So
It's a good turn.
So you're playing the
So
audio.
and Steve asked me, he goes, find the worst pictures you can find of Joey. And so when Jeff starts talking about Joey, we're going to put pictures up in this animation I've created. And I went to the house and took pictures of it and put that in the background. And I had a reel-to-reel tape animation that I had built that's in the background. I mean, most young people don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, but anyway, I mean, some of the images of Joey, he was a rough character. He had like the purple mohawk and had guns all the time. And so that was probably, it was one of the more impressive things that I did. I mean, people were like talking about it,
Oh, really?
and it just really reinforced having visuals with audio.
Because otherwise, you're just listening
Yeah.
to that audio track, and what you've done then is created a collage to build on top of that in their memory of.
Has anybody ever objected over some of the images? That you've
Well,
shared?
we were really surprised that the prosecutor didn't object to that. And I know her really well, and we like each other and everything. But she's a tough cookie. She's really, really good. And I was waiting for an objection, and they just let it go.
Wow.
But yeah, some attorneys, as soon as you do something that they don't like and it's going to hurt them, they will object.
Right.
Now, do they have a good reason? They'll think of one.
Yeah.
On the
While
way
they're
up to the judge.
Well, none of what you do is part of discovery, so it's not like you're having to share your presentation in advance, right? So they're seeing it in the moment for the first time.
A lot of it. It's called demonstrative. Right.
Demonstrative.
And but everything else you do. Everybody knows what you've got. Now, sometimes they'll demand to see what your opening statement looks like, which I think is BS. Because,
it is.
But sometimes the judge will allow it.
Interesting.
But there's that's the one that comes to mind for me is one of the most effective, one of the things that I really liked, and it's in my reel. So
have you ever, I guess I just want to keep with my little trivia question.
Sure.
Have you ever found yourself something that stands out as a memory of at the end of the proceedings where you're like, oh my God, somebody is getting let off that should not have been, like a murder situation, or, oh, that poor bastard is going away for a long time and I don't think he did it?
Well, there's several cases where I know they didn't do it. I just you get a feeling when you're sitting next to somebody for a week, and I showed you the video of they found the head in the. Sorry.
Again, I'm gonna need more information. They found the head.
Body in the basement one.
This is a different one.
Okay.
Different body, different basement.
Yeah, body in the basement one. We could talk about that forever, but the other one, and I sent you the video. I'm in court, and this is in Richmond, Kentucky, small town, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And our client was a beautiful young lady, and she was with a guy who was running drugs. He was creating fake IDs. Also, he was a bad guy, and he had married a stripper. Okay. And then that didn't work out like within a week, and so he's like,
imagine that.
Yeah.
So then he
see
goes,
that coming.
Yeah. So then he goes back to the beautiful one that's in court sitting next to me, right? Because he's like, I don't want her. I want, And so anyway, this was one of those moments where I'm sitting there, and I have to be cool in the courtroom.
Yeah.
But there's certain times inside you're going, oh God, this is great. It's like watching a TV show.
Yeah.
And they brought this farmer in, and he's driving a tractor out in the field, and he sees all these bags in the field, right? You know where this is.
I do.
And he's
What's in the bag?
This movie is 7. This is 7.
it was pretty close.
Yeah.
So he says, I went up to the first bag. and I felt, and what they do is they will open up trash bags and they'll get mail out of it and prosecute people who are dumping their garbage. And a lot of times they'll have mail in there with their address and name.
Oh, wow.
So he's going up.
This time it had a face.
Oh, you're saying that's not a random thing, that people would just toss out garbage in a field, and if they have evidence of, oh, this is your mail,
they'll go after him.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he says, I went up to the first bag and I felt it. And he said, he said, I thought it was a deer because it had hair, right?
Shit.
And he says, and this is on the witness stand, right? And he's got the overalls on. He's got the big old mustache. And he says, then when I opened it, and he says, and that's when I found the head.
I tore through one bag. I didn't see nothing. All right. I tore through the second bag, and that's when I found the head.
And I'm sitting there just like, this is... But it was one of those moments where, that's why I love my job.
So who was the body? Was it a male?
It was the stripper that he killed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he cut her into 4 pieces.
Was there a glitter trail? Or... Sorry.
And he poured Quick-Free in the bags because he originally was going to throw them into the Kentucky River, and then he decided, just toss them in the field.
Oh, what a lazy piece of shit.
I get where you say.
What a
Got to
lazy
go through all that
piece
work,
of shit.
chopping heads.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh yeah.
You know how hard it is to fuck with Quick-Free?
It is.
All you got to do is just throw that in the water at that point.
Yeah.
Poke a few holes in the bag.
You're good.
I know.
No. Oh, dumb.
Yeah, you have to show that video. So that's public record by now. So
Oh, we got to post that. Yeah, that has to be on the end of the
it's
podcast.
from a newscast in Richmond, so I don't think it's going to be.
Is that a head?
Well, so on the flip side, when you're not trying to contain your laughter or joy, has there ever been a run that you did on a proceedings where it was like it just ate at your soul, and like you'd get home at night and have to like, what can I do to drive all of this out of my mind? Was there ever like a take home situation where it was just like, oh man, this is just
Go home and watch
dirty
court TV.
Well, I gotta wind down.
Judge Judy will bring me back.
Well, let's turn on Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, Angela Lansbury.
Oh, follow that up with a Matlock sidecar.
Time to take out some trash.
Dun dun.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever feel like
Well, Jason and I, had worked in news, and I had been in it for a really long time, and you
Get used
would
to it.
see just some crazy stuff. And the funny thing is, not funny, but when I was in Orlando, there was he was an official, I think it was in Pennsylvania, and he got charged and convicted of all these white collar crimes, and he was going to prison for a long time, and he swore up and down I had nothing to do with it. And he had a news conference.
I've seen this.
And he had a manila envelope sitting there the whole time.
Unbelievable.
And it was live, I think.
Yes,
locally.
it was live.
This is where he blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put it in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
So
typical,
he pointed in the right direction.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when you
on the pip, would it be
if we're thinking about that same the same one, I remember when he first pulls it out, everybody reacts, and he's like, "No, stay back," because he's like, "This isn't for you."
This is for me.
But
Yeah.
do you remember some of the people in the back, camera people, were getting bored, like, "Oh, this is bullshit." And he goes, "No, don't take your camera down."
Yeah,
He was telling
yeah,
them, right?
Like you don't want to miss this.
Yeah. And so he pulls it out. But the thing is, in news fashion, the editors are in their edit booths going frame by frame, watching it exit his head. I mean, but that's what we
Fucking
were
editors.
exposed to.
fucking editors, man.
You guys are all sick.
Terrible.
Sickos.
But the fact that we had experienced a lot of that in news,
Right.
Yeah.
Desensitized
now
to some of it.
I will say this though, I don't really have a problem with seeing photographs of, because there's a lot of gore in these murder cases
Right.
that I work.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story. I was going through photos of a murder scene, right? And a couple guys killed in a drug situation, and somebody had vomited. Okay, in the gutter, right? And I'm working with this attorney, and I said, "Oh, geez," I said, "this must have been really bad for somebody to throw up in the gutter." She goes, "That's not throw up. It was brain matter."
Oh,
Wow.
And in typical Sean fashion, I have to make a joke.
Exactly.
And I said,
What'd you come up with?
"Yeah, I thought it was funny."
Dude must have lost his mind.
Well, that's good. I wish I thought
Don't step on the line. Come on.
his is better than mine. No, I said, can you imagine a guy with that brains getting involved in something like this? And
get your mind out of the gutter.
yeah, there you go. These attorneys looked at me like, "That's not funny." I'm like,
Yes, it is.
Fuck it ain't.
so, but no, it's weird. It doesn't really bother me that much anymore. I mean, the things that really bother me is when it's a medical malpractice case and they show a surgery.
Oh God.
That's what I can't. I don't like.
I can't stand any surgery shit whatsoever. My wife is like,
I don't even watch needles go into my arm. I like.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Same.
like we finished the pit.
But brains on the sidewalk.
Had
I'm
to-
there.
Yeah. every time something was going on in the pit, I'd have to look away.
Great show, by the way.
It's a great show.
Really,
Yeah.
really enjoyed that
Yeah.
show.
I've filmed probably 15 surgeries.
Really?
jeez.
Is this at home? I need more information.
He does them on himself.
Like snuff films.
Well, and they photograph and video autopsies too,
Right.
Ugh.
and so we get all that. And the other thing too is, it's just not looking at bullet holes and stabbings. I mean,
They're filleted open.
filleted open.
Yeah.
And so it's, I've seen a lot of that too.
Yeah.
But
Do you ever add sound effects to that stuff? That could be so
Really give it dimension in life.
Bling.
yeah, bonk. I did add a sound effect to a text exchange between the two in the body in the basement, and I had added the little iPhone text
Oh, the
sound
oh,
effect,
that-
right? And Romine's, that was cool. And then at the last minute, he goes, take that out. Because it was just
It's too sexy.
Yeah, it's too, yeah. Because the messages that were being sent were really bad. Nothing sexual.
And this guy's got his fancy Macintosh with his text pops and clicks, with his whoop whoops and his emojis.
Am I saying that right?
Well, and
I don't know why this
Am I saying that right?
I don't know how this attorney turned
You
it.
jiffies.
I bet you really have gained a lot of knowledge of law. I mean, you could probably practice now, couldn't you? I mean,
You could certainly fake it.
yeah, I could.
Right?
I dress like an attorney when I'm there. So
Right, but you could probably wing it from opening arguments and every now and then jump in with a objection.
Yeah.
Oh, I've sat back and I'm like, I'm ready to jump out because, there was one situation where it was a TARC case, and I work on with the attorneys who support TARC. And the attorney who's on TV advertising all the time was doing something that I had gotten in trouble for, and he was doing it during his closing argument. And I'm just sitting there going, Jesus Christ. He was...
Come on, Hammer.
Yeah. And, no, it wasn't him. No, it was not him.
The other.
He never tries cases, by the way. But anyway,
exactly.
The judge is looking down at me like, why aren't you guys objecting? And so I just kind of lean my chair back, and the attorney says, he can't do that right. And I'm like, no.
Wake up, dun-dun.
Yeah. And so they finally...
Throw your voice. Objection.
yeah.
They finally objected. And it was basically... we get video record of the court proceedings throughout the week or for however long. And so what we do is we look for those gotcha moments.
Yeah.
And we'll
From the actual proceedings.
Yeah. And
I've never seen this.
The attorney will say, remember when witness so-and-so was asked about this? Boom. And you play the video, and it's just so...
That's powerful.
That's impactful.
Yeah.
But what he was doing was he was playing the answer. He wasn't playing the context of the question.
Trying to show it out of context.
Yeah, and so he kept doing this, and it'd be like, and remember what he said when I asked him this question, and it was like, no.
What was the question? Do you like sherbet ice cream?
No. And so that's what caused.
That's so...
Oh, that is bull.
I mean, does that happen pretty often when you're watching these attorneys and what they're doing is very performative? I mean, are you like pulling a muscle, rolling your eyes?
Yeah.
They're like, give me a...
Well, and that's the other thing.
I would assume some are really good and others are like, you hack.
Yeah, because you also have a view of the jury, too. And,
I watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you relay that
to the
attorneys? Like, well, the jury really didn't react well to that.
All week long.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. In fact...
so this is something... that's like added service. Holy shit.
Yeah.
In one trial, it was a murder trial, all of us were, we watched the jury and during the opening statement, and there was this one woman in the front of the box, in the jury box, and she just was like in love with the attorney, right? And so when we went to break, we were in the conference room, one of the attorneys said, oh, she loves you. And so what did he do?
Played up to her.
Start,
Leaned on the...
Well, oh yeah, he would sit on the corner where she was.
Put his leg up. Oh my God! I don't want to see that bull.
Turn into Richard Dawson from Family.
hello, love. Let's have a kiss.
But you do watch the jury.
Yeah.
Wow.
But for me, you have to have a poker face because I've been in court many times where, a paralegal or an attorney will be sitting at the opposing counsel, and my attorney will be up there talking, and they're over there making faces the whole time, and I'm like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Because the jury sees them.
Yep.
And they do it on purpose. It's not like they're trying to hide.
It's performative.
And we've complained about that too. And the judge has to take action on that.
Right.
So
that's crazy.
But it's
like, remember that last case with the bags and the quickcrete? You're going to be in one of those, and I'm going to throw you in the river.
they showed the head by itself.
How long was that?
Trial? Oh,
No,
how long has it been?
No. How long was the head had been decapitated when they?
Probably a day or two.
So it was still in.
Oh yeah, it was in great shape. Because once they
You could have morphed it, shaped it. I mean, it was...
killed me.
Fish heads through it.
But they clean her off and they take pictures of all the body parts. So yeah.
I remember you showed me that photo.
I did. Yeah.
I did, guilty.
The head.
The head.
And he had a great name too. The farmer. It was something like out of the Civil War, Ricky Lee Kelly, or but it's on the video.
I love those old names, man.
Yeah. And then he said that during his testimony, he goes, "Well, back then I had the cancer,
The diabetes.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we were just we love that guy,
Yeah.
Oh God.
the cancer."
That poor man has found so much shit on his land. You know what I'm saying? That poor guy. My
Well, so what
goodness.
having said all that obviously, what takes you to your happy place? Like, what does what does fun Sean do
Yeah, what-
when he's out in a courtroom?
It's funny you say that, but I mean, the number of conversations that you and I have had. I mean, you really do love doing this work.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's not, it doesn't affect me like I go home and cry. Or,
right. That's for other reasons.
that's true.
And to Jason's point, I mean, I would
We
think
all do that.
you've got graphics with a purpose if there ever was one.
Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah.
you see the immediate gratification of the impact that
And
that graphic you
to the-
created.
to the point where you're changing people's lives.
Yeah, yeah.
Could
yeah, could be.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
I did a murder trial in, I think it was Frankfurt, I think, and their courtroom was being renovated or something, and they had like an old school or something that they would go in and gut them and make them into temporary courthouses, right?
Oh, wow.
And so we were in one of those, and it was a murder trial, and the trial had ended, the trial had ended, and the jury wanted to see some video. Well, they didn't have anybody to play the video that they wanted to see. And so the attorney who I was working with said, "Sean will do it." I'm like, "Well,
Will?
And I had to reset up all my stuff and everything. And the prosecution's person had already left. And so I was it. And so I pretty much played. And the thing is, we were using a screen. We were using her screen. She had left with the screen. But the thing is, where the projector was, there was a wall right behind
You
me.
just throw it on the wall.
It was bigger.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because- And so we played that, and as soon as we played the part that the jury wanted to see, you could hear them going, or you could see them going, "Yep, that's it, bang, not guilty." And we were walking out of, and I usually don't stick around for the deliberation, because it could last an hour,
Go forever.
could be a day, right?
Yeah.
So, but I stuck around for a while, and we're walking out, and I congratulated the attorney. He goes, "You won that," because I stayed. And it was that one key thing.
Made the difference.
Yeah. And as far as the graphics go, I mean, you know how effective that can be.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So, but, there's not too many people out there that have the TV experience. And,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I was going to say, and what a great niche work. Like,
Absolutely.
that's just, you could not play out a better, here's where I came from, and now I'm yours. I mean, it just plays into it perfectly.
well, your previous guest, Scott, he said something about Guardian Angel.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how the hell it happened to me, but I created a business the day I talked to that first attorney, and I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, I don't know what you would call that.
Kismet.
Yeah, it just happened,
Yep.
and me being laid off, it all worked out. And I found this stone, and it was in Nashville, and or I can't remember. Anyway, it was in Tennessee, and it said, "Your best revenge is your success."
Yeah.
And I thought,
Yeah.
so
I like the one that says it's best served cold, but I mean, either way.
I felt that way.
I just
too,
like
yeah.
to get stoned.
Well, and again, speaking of, back to my question, what's Happy Sean do? What's,
Yeah.
I just
do you consume
Music?
Do you like to watch a lot of stuff? Do you read a lot? Like,
I've gotten into reading somewhat. I've never been a good reader at all, and the only place I can read is on my front porch. I don't know why.
nice.
It's just where I read.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as I do watch series. The Ed Gein. That's,
Yeah,
that's
is it good?
I've heard it's good.
It's messed up. Yeah,
But
'cause
is it good?
I think so. I think the production on it is excellent, and they kind of take side trips within it to go to Alfred Hitchcock because he's making a movie.
Oh, cool.
Psycho about
Based on that.
Ed Gein.
Yeah, and there were a few films supposedly based on it, drew
Texas
inspiration from.
Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's on our that's on our watch list. We want to
You
watch
need
that.
to. Yeah, it's.
What else are you watching? That's we talk. We've just segued into our what are you
What are you consuming? Yeah, what's on your algorithm?
God,
Yeah, and speaking of TV, there was, what was it, in 48 Hours that, and we're going back to the trial stuff.
Oh,
where they were doing a story and your face is on the promo for it, and it's actually in that episode.
It was after the first 48.
After the first 48.
It was A&E, right?
Yeah.
And that was my first time being on national TV with this business, and the attorney that is in there, the one that I was working with, is very dramatic.
Make for good TV.
Oh yeah. And bang, my face is like right there. And then when the show aired, I was all over that show.
Yeah.
But getting back to the Body in the Basement, that was a 2-hour special on after the first.
You sound like I might be able to find you on IMDb. What we got doing there?
I don't know.
What's your Rotten Tomato score?
Yeah. But no, my family back in Florida, they get a kick out of that. When that
Oh, yeah.
happens. And then I was also on an episode.
Shawnee made it big.
Yeah.
There was a show.
He's on the TV.
The TV.
As the farmer would say.
There was another show, Louisville Lockup. That was on MSNBC, I think.
Yeah.
And it was a trial, and I didn't even know I was on it. And all of a sudden, my girlfriend at the time, we were sitting there watching, and I'm like, this trial looks familiar. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit, there I am.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it was the Hot Boy case. I don't know if you remember this guy. His name was John Jones, and his nickname was Hot Boy.
Boy, I like so many.
Why Hot Boy?
Well, you're gonna find out.
I don't know. But anyway.
He was so handsome.
Yeah, I guess so in that world. But anyway, so he was also known as Mr. Not Guilty because he got away with so much stuff. The people in the jail would call him Mr. Not Guilty.
No kidding.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit, this is that trial. And they're showing it, and so I'm texting one of the attorneys, and I'm like, dude, your face is on TV right now. We didn't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But
So, yeah, you do watch court TV.
well, I do watch a lot of crime shows.
To Catch a Predator? Oh, come on. Chris
Oh
Hansen.
yeah. No, I have seen that. It just took me a second.
So, what are you doing there with the pizza?
Yeah, Zima.
And the Zima. Well, so you said you getting into reading. It's like some new frontier recently?
Well, I tell you, the book that I read was the Dark Room in Little City, the one I was in, and I actually enjoyed it. Sitting on the front porch, just really relaxed and everything. And so, I've got a few other books that I want to get into, but it's just the time.
Yeah.
And I can't read in my house. There's too much distraction from that. So, as far as TV shows that I watch, I don't.
Man,
I do, but I just,
I'm
hard to
gonna tell
remember.
you guys. Have you guys seen The Chair Company yet?
Yes.
My son and I watched those together.
the chair.
You know,
company.
what I love is the title alone. Once you get past the first episode, you realize, holy shit, and they named it after it. Like, I thought, as one would, like, he works at a chair company.
me
He
too.
runs a chair company.
I was so confused when I watched the first episode, and he's like, he's a mall developer. What's going on?
I mean, this is a mall. So
Have you seen it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We almost watched the next episode last night, but I was so tired.
What is it on?
It's
HBO.
HBO.
Oh, okay.
But Tim Robinson, who I always forget Nathan's last name. What's Nathan?
Fielder.
Fielder.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the same, if you're familiar with Nathan, the same beautiful level of excellence he takes that little niche that he does. Tim Robinson does it with social awkwardness, and he just digs a hole, and it's never the right choice. He never can read the room right. It's all these things, and it's unbelievable. I mean, he's really taken it to another level.
The part, and I'm sorry, the part where the woman comes up to him, she's like, "I know you saw."
My dress.
And it's my birthday.
So without giving anything away, the beauty is what we were talking about earlier with the title is he doesn't own a chair company. He has nothing to do with the chair company. It's because at a company function, he goes to sit down in a chair on stage after making a speech, and the chair collapses. He becomes embarrassed and obsessed with now tracking down who makes this chair, who's running, and the chair company. It's like, as soon as the first episode was over, it's like, oh my God, that's why they named it that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah. And it's just so,
And it's so painful to watch.
uncomfortable.
Is it really?
But he does it. He elevates it to an absolute art form.
Yeah.
And that's all he does, and he does it every time. He's in that movie with Paul Rudd. If you get a chance,
and there's not a wasted scene or
Nothing.
or a wasted prop. Like I love how like
Everything.
in the first episode, he goes to the kitchen and gets that fucking deviled egg.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
The
every little
callback, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good
So
one
good.
that we're watching. Yeah,
I'll check that
chair
out.
highly recommend.
Yeah,
that.
and then look up anything by Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
He's been in
There's lots of stuff. I think you should leave.
Detroiters.
Detroiters.
And he used to be a writer on SNL.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at some episodes, probably 10, 12 years ago, he'll be like an extra in the background. Just because,
really?
yeah. But if you look and see which are the most bizarre sketches, he probably wrote them.
Probably had something to do
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that film that went mainstream with Paul Rudd, Friendship, I mean, that showcases that's exactly what he is and perfectly cast.
I mean, yes, he is kind of a one-trick pony in terms of like he's the same
when
guy.
your trick is done so beautifully.
I know. And he has that face. It's perfect, man.
When he's uncomfortable and
know.
thinks no one's looking.
I know.
You see all the processing, and it's like, oh, you're not going to read it right, dude. You're
and
not
the
gonna
camera
read it
shots,
right.
one where he's hiding under the desk, and the lady comes in the room, and she just sees his eyeball in the hole. I know. I just like, oh my God. Just,
Yeah. Again, the
It's a
chair
winner.
company.
No. Well, you talk about asking me what kind of shows I've watched. The Fargo series, which were phenomenal. Billy Bob, especially.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Never seen
Lincoln Lawyer, that was a great.
Oh.
I mean, getting back to the court stuff, but
Right. You just keep pulling back in, don't you?
but that was
Got a
great show.
weakness.
I know. But Billy Bob Thornton and Fargo.
Speaking of, Landman is another good one.
I've heard that's good,
About
yeah.
to come back with another season. Landman
Yeah.
on Paramount. Billy Bob Thornton, it really come back into his own, perfectly cast.
What was the other series that he did where he played a drunken lawyer?
Yes.
I remember what that was. That was on
that was Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a great.
It was
That was
really good.
That was good. I forget what that was called.
What was the name?
It was
of
a
that?
single word too, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah.
But I like stuff like that too. But yeah, I mean, I tend to get drawn into
The legal stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Because a lot of times they'll be doing something, and I'm like, oh, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've seen that head.
Yeah.
Well, and doesn't
Been there. The head.
And doesn't it make you wonder how, if you could travel back in time and go help out Gregory Peck in To Kill a Mockingbird, maybe it could have
If only
turned
he
out
had power
differently.
Well,
Come on. That would be a good like travel back in time type
Right?
of thing, right?
Go back and affect
Yeah.
trials that
That should be like your
This is
demo
called
reel.
a Macintosh.
black magic on the screen and
yeah.
these talking pictures on the wall. That man's the devil.
I still had to bust up that chiffer rope.
Chifero.
Oh, extra credit, J-Man.
There was an episode of what was the Barclays?
The Barclays.
Linda Evans was on it.
Evans.
Big Valley.
I don't know that.
Okay, and do you remember the show Big Valley?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Really?
Is it like back in the same time
Like
of
right after
Bonanza?
Gunsmoke. Yeah,
Oh,
Bonanza.
yeah. Okay. Yes, yes.
Anyway, one of the sons is a lawyer, right? And there was a courtroom scene where he's, defending somebody or whatever. And sure enough, they had a layout drawn up of the room where this person allegedly got killed or whatever. And so I stopped it, took a freeze frame, and I sent it to all these attorneys. I'm like, look at this shit. They were doing it back. They literally were doing it back in cowboy days, So, but yeah.
Well, one thing we didn't touch on, it kind of does go into the fun stuff, is you had another side career as a photographer.
Right. Yeah. So when I was at HASTV, I got invited over to a tour of the Palace Theater to, just it was like a PR thing.
Right.
Our whole staff the promotions department went over there. And I had started taking photos of rock concerts in college. And immediately I was hooked. I was like, this is cool. And this is when we're shooting film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I shot all the concerts at the University of Central Florida for whatever concert they had. And our homecoming concert, and you'll love this, was Pablo Cruz, which I love.
Nice.
I love Pablo Cruz. And it was great. They had 2 shows. I got to know the band, and and so I was kind of hooked on that. And so then when I started working in television, I found out that, if you, talk to the right people, you can get credentials.
Yep.
And so I would get credentials to Tampa Bay Bucks games, huge, stadium shows like Pink Floyd, David Bowie. And they would always ask, well, what do you need this for? Well, we're going to do a photo expose of blah, blah. And I would just make
bullshit.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, okay. And so I'd go, to Will Call, and I'd get a photo credential for Genesis or Yes, or, just tons of concerts. But then when I was here, I shot the Doobie Brothers down at the Louisville Gardens. That was the first show I shot here, and that was great. But then with the Palace Theater, I called them up and I said, hey, do you have a photographer? And they said, no, we don't. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll do it. And I said, I'll do it for free. All I want is 2 tickets to every show so I can, bring a guest. And then I own the negatives. And so that's what I did. And I shot everything at the Palace from when I didn't shoot Yanni, which that was kind of upsetting that I didn't get to shoot that.
Was it?
Yeah, darn.
Yeah.
I actually was at that show. It was actually pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah. But anyway, so I started shooting every show at the Palace. And the Palace Palace Theater has such a history. We've all been there.
Yeah.
But backstage, man.
Yeah.
Some crazy
Yep.
went on.
Who were some of the most memorable, both in terms of
Both for a great show as well
and
as
also
the train wreck.
That's a terrible human being.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I told you about Cannon Crows. That was He's actually much nicer now, but he supposedly drank a pint of Maker's Mark from the Brown Hotel all the way to the Palace Theater.
Yeah.
So he was he was forgetting words to songs up on the stage. I mean, I got some great shots of him.
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
But there was this woman who was sitting with me. We got to know each other during the show, and he came out of one of the alcoves, and I said, "Hey, do you mind, take a picture with my friend?" And he goes, "No." Just like flat out, no pictures. It's like, dude, you're just up on stage for 2 hours or whatever. But,
God forbid you take a photo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Now, Motley Crue was probably one of the craziest
I'm sure.
experiences I've ever had.
A lot of cocaine, right?
It was a lot going on. So Kirby Adams, who we're friends with, and we worked with at HJS, I had a list of all the shows that I was going to shoot. And she came in my office, and I said, "Hey," is there anything on here you'd like to see?" She goes, "I want to go to that one." And
Motley Crue?
Yeah. And I said, "Why?" I said, "Do you know them?" And she goes, "No." She goes, "But I think it's going to be fabulous."
I love the adventure spirit in Kirby Adams.
She had no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know her, but now I want to.
You need to have her on here.
Oh, she's on the list.
Yes. Yeah. You need to ask her about that show. So she shows up, and I'm shooting pictures, and Kirby, we're in the front, and there's this woman who keeps pulling her top up.
As one does.
Put your shirt down, Mom.
And was it Nikki Sixx is the bass player?
Yeah.
And she keeps doing it to him, and finally he reaches out and he starts just playing with her breasts, right? And Kirby kept saying, "You got to look," and I kept missing it because I was shooting, right? And I'm and so and she kept saying, "This is fabulous. This is so fun." She loved it, just the whole insanity,
The circus.
And I got a beer thrown at me. I mean, just,
That's awesome.
It was a wonderful night.
And she could have stuck around for the whole show, but she's like, "I've had enough," and she just, after like 3 songs, she's like, "I gotta go." And so she
enough to
left.
check the box.
So I stayed, and to the very end, because we did this thing called the handprint and plaster with all the artists that would agree to do it. Right? And so I would usually go backstage and do that. And Tommy Lee, this is right after his big video came out.
Yeah,
right?
did he offer
it's not
something
fair.
else
Yes.
instead of his hands?
Yes,
I
he
knew
did.
where this
did.
was going. It's like you cannot get an artist
Yeah.
some kind of
And
plaster.
he's like, and get a bigger tray.
Gonna need more plaster.
So the backstage people built like a big frame. Well, usually
It's like a baby arm. So I mean,
usually it's one artist or two, and it's just a small frame with plaster. This one was probably 4 feet wide, and they come up and they're all
Yeah.
Just hammer.
I wasn't surprised you didn't do this before the show.
I know.
It plays out better
It
after.
was after. Yeah. And what was the other guy's? The guitarist's name? Mars. He's the lead guitarist.
I don't know.
Pepper, the backstage guy, and we were walking back into the green room, and Pepper flicks on the lights, and there's just candles all over the green room. And Mars, I think his name Mick Mars or Nick Mars or whatever, he starts yelling at us, "Turn those fucking lights on!" And we're like, because he's really creepy looking to begin with.
It's like the crypt keeper, and you've cracked the lights open.
He looks like that, right? So we turn him off. So we bring the tray in, and the guys they're excited about this. Like, this is really cool. And they go, "What do you want us to do?" And we were like, "Anything you want."
Oh boy!
And so we said, typically, and Tommy Lee says, "Can I put my dick in?"
Which ironically is what he says about everything.
I know.
You'll tea.
Yeah. Jello's here. Can I put my dick in it?
They're announcing the delivery of Jello. The baptismal basin.
Excuse me.
Can I put my dick in it? But we just said, you do whatever you want, right?
And how that play out.
So he did not do that. But what he took his fingers like this and he shoved them in the plaster, and everybody else is doing it. And I took this picture. It's classic, and it's right in here.
Oh, that's very nice.
And it's and Kirby, once again, when I showed her that photo, she was like, "Gotta have it." And so she had it printed up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then when she had kids, she took it out of her house.
Yeah.
And he has no shirt on, and it's just it's so bad, but it's classic.
Yeah.
But that was probably one of the most memorable. But the funny thing is, like, I don't think I've ever been scared backstage as much as I was back then for that show, because I was just like, this.
Anything could happen.
Just volatile.
This is going to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Because I was walking back there, and I was literally tripping over wine bottles, liquor bottles, clanking,
Hookers.
and
Yeah.
actually the last song that they do, they bring all these hot girls from the audience up on stage, and it's a ballad, right?
Yep. Then they bring him backstage.
And then they take them
They
back.
give them passes, right? So they're all coming back there, and I'm like, it's just, and I'm not a prude at all. I mean, as far as being around crazy stuff, but I was just like, this, I don't want to be around.
Oh yeah, anything can happen.
The story that I heard though was that Tommy Lee takes a girl onto the tour bus, and this is the story I heard, and she does her business with him.
Because financial advising guy. Rebalancing his portfolio.
Showing some real estate options. Yeah.
Because of the video, right? That she wanted to,
see it in person.
And so when he was finished, he literally just kind of booted her off the bus. And the story goes that she was back there screaming and banging on the tour bus. "You motherfucker!"
Trying to get back on.
She was pissed. Yeah. So, but no, that was probably one of the.
He had promised her the next 3 cities.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Guarantee this is the first time that happened.
No.
Going to introduce you to my mom. And
Yeah.
But one of the nicest guys I met was BB King.
Oh, really?
Nicest guy,
B.B.
very
King.
super smart guy. And I sat in his dressing room for probably half hour, 45 minutes to
Just
shoot.
chatting.
Yeah.
Dude,
And he had-
dude was amazing.
He had a bar set up there. He said, "Hey, you want anything to drink?" And he had like little pins and stuff, BB King a guitar pin.
Yep.
And he says, take some gifts. And he was just,
Oh, that's
and he
amazing.
told the whole story about Lucille. Was that
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
name?
guitar.
Told that story. Just a great guy. One of my best experiences was with Alan Parsons. Which,
Tell me about it.
Yeah, Matthew would also talk about that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I
What year do you think? Frame it up for us.
mid-90s maybe.
Okay.
And he was on tour, and I'd always been a big lover of Alan Parsons. I mean, he produced Dark Side of the Moon.
Yep.
And so so when I first got to the Palace that night, I go backstage, and Kansas was opening up for Alan Parsons, which was a great combination. And Steve Walsh was still with Kansas at the time, or he came back to them. But anyway, so I go backstage down. Have you ever been to the Palace backstage?
Yeah,
Okay, so you go down the stairs, and there's this guy, and nobody knew what Alan Parsons looked like because he was the man behind the curtain, right? So he comes up to me, and I'm like, I know who this is. I just knew because I'm into that. And he has a video camera, and he comes up and he says, "Oh, look at this video I just shot." He had been walking around the palace when people were coming in, and he's wearing
Shooting
cut-off
video.
shorts and a T-shirt, Nobody knew who he was.
Anonymous.
Yeah. And he was showing me all this video, and I'm like, I couldn't believe he just did that. Just, walked around. So then, the show goes on, and it's great. And then, so I go backstage to do the handprint thing. And he says, oh, would you like to have a beer? And they had a tub of beer, and they had, you buy special tickets. You can go backstage after the show. So there was some of those people. So I went up to him, and the one song that he didn't play was Stereotomy, which I love that song. It was a great video. And I asked him, and I wasn't an a-hole about it, but I said, why didn't you play Stereotomy? And he's just like, and he talks to his guitarist, why didn't we play that? So I was like, really?
It turns out no pointed reason. We just, we didn't, did
Get
we?
it together, Alan Parsons.
So he probably played it the next,
This one goes out to Sean.
But we asked them, did you go back when people had signed the walls? There was signatures of all the artists. Yeah. And so we asked him, he said, hey, we'd like you to sign the wall. And he goes, oh, great. So, big band. Yeah. And he said, we need somebody to draw my logo on the wall. And he had just come out with an album where had this like gel like AP. And it was like a liquid form or whatever. And he said and it was also on the credentials that I had. And he goes, I want it to look like that. He says, are there any artists here that can do this? Nobody. And I'm like, I'll do it.
Did you hook him up?
So I drew his logo on the wall as you're going up the stairs, and everybody signed it, and they all came around and watched me do it.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was, that was my experience with Alan Parsons. What a great guy.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. It's a longer story, but the short version was I was helping out with a benefit in Santa Barbara. He was involved, Michael McDonald, but I had traveled from 6 a.m. to get there, get in a car, drive. It was a super long day, and around midnight, I find myself sharing a lovely jazz cigarette with Mr. Parsons on the hood of his Tesla with his wife. They have a nice little farm just outside of Santa Barbara there, and
so he lives in the United
patch.
States.
And he's got a place there.
Okay, cool.
But got to know Tom Brooks, his I guess it's his musical director, but also plays keyboard for him. And
cool.
They're all sweet guys. And then
but this was
PJ that does the high notes now for him. He's got a young man that tours with him, PJ Olson, who's
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, hits the high notes now that maybe Alan used to cover.
He's had so many singers throughout.
PJ's been with him for a while. I feel like hopefully they're family now. But the whole I was oblivious. I have to admit, and I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan.
Me too.
But I didn't realize until through that process how heavy his credentials are with the studios over there, with the Apple Studios, and the work he did, and going into a clock shop to do all of that directional recording. I mean,
for time,
and producing Dark Side. I'm just like. Bow at the feet. I mean, he's just a brilliant man. Still touring.
And that was atomic level jazz cigarettes, right?
It was atomic level. Yeah. There was a little time travel happening. But
you became an Alan Parsons project.
But I was a project. No, but super sweet guy.
Did you ever see Pink Floyd?
I did, but not with
Roger.
I really wish I could have seen. I've seen Roger's version solo.
Me too.
Here at Yum Center years ago, but I saw them. I guess it was Yankee Stadium, 90s, when I was in New York, and still loved. It was great, but I was just always like, man, I wish I was like 20 years younger and could have caught them before they all got in each other's faces. And,
I photographed them in Tampa. At the football stadium.
Yeah. How was that show?
It was without Roger.
Right.
But it it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
and they had
just
the flying bed, which explodes. Of course.
I still and I'm sure a lot of it's wrapped in nostalgia because it was the the wonder years for me. But being in high school and that being such a part of my soundtrack of cassettes, and it was 2 cassettes. In my car as a kid driving around, I just to this day will still like if Vera comes on.
Oh yeah,
I'm in it. I am in it. I am in it.
Well, my Pink Floyd experience shooting the show in Tampa. Typically, there's a photo pit area.
Yeah.
Well, Pink Floyd, there was none. It was just a wall.
Was it the wall?
Yeah. Similar. It was just a wall of lights that would spin in the front. It was during the was it Momentary Lapse of Reason? I can't remember.
That or Delicate Sound of Oh, no, no.
It
You're
was
in
the first
Tampa.
tour. It
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
first tour.
Yeah.
And he had these 3 female backup singers up on stage, and they were just phenomenal. Yeah. And one of them was named Rachel Fury, and she was the one with the short bobbed hair. And I just was like, oh my God. And there was a photographer there who I'd met through other shows, and he shot pictures for Cream magazine.
Oh, yeah.
It was a rock magazine
Yeah,
back in the day,
that was
right?
a great magazine.
And he's pretty well known. We got to be friends, and we were allowed the first 3 songs. Well, 3 songs for any concert is not that long, but for Pink Floyd, oh, we were up there for a half.
Yeah.
And so we were just standing there because we'd shot. So I probably ripped through 4 rolls of film, right?
Yeah.
And we're sitting, and this guy, I can't remember his name. He says, "Which one do you like?" to the singers. And right about that time, I said, "I like her." And right as I pointed at her, she saw me. Because she's like as far away as you are, and she just kind of laughed, and I just, and she went like this, back to me, and I went, and she started laughing on stage. So it was,
Nice.
you got those kind of experiences,
Yeah.
at shows where you connect.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He was banging on the tour bus.
yeah.
I love you.
I still do. She was great. But I'm trying to think of any other shows. Man, I mean, I shot Tony Bennett at the Palace.
Oh, nice.
And I always tell people, it's like I shot from Tony Bennett to Motley Crue.
Yeah. And everything in between.
Yeah, and Sheryl Crow. I photographed her twice. She opened up for, oh God, what was it? The huge guy that played harmonica.
Oh, Blues Traveler?
Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
That was, I didn't even know who they were. I knew who Sheryl Crow was. She was opening up for him.
Oh, interesting.
And she was super nice. Then she came back the second time, and it was her birthday. And what's Bob Dylan's son's name? Wildflower? Jacob Dylan. He opened up for her. And it was her birthday. She was hammered.
No.
Nice.
And the story went, I don't know if I can say this, that
You can.
that she opened up for him.
Oh, ba-dum-bum.
But wait a minute. You said he opened up for her, so I'm confused.
He saw both headlights.
Think about it. Think about it. That's the story I heard. That's the story I heard.
Oh, that's good.
It was a lot of fun doing that. And people ask me this, do you miss that? And I just really don't anymore. I just want to go.
I mean,
and-
now it's like you got the stories. Like
Yeah.
everything else after that, it's like
Well, at the right time in your life, to
Yeah.
enjoy it and appreciate it, and yeah.
And I was literally the only person in that theater that had a camera. Now.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It feels like everybody's posting concert photo. I mean, I do the same concert photos and footage, so it doesn't feel as as impossible to get anymore. Like that. Oh, look at that. It's,
Well, and everybody's got their phones up. And you familiar with a jazz artist by Pat Metheny? Named
yeah,
phenomenal, right? And
jazz guitarist, right?
Yes, incredible. And he announces that his shows don't
Yeah,
stick your phone up. And they'll walk your ass out.
I hope they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish they would everybody would adopt the same protocol of it goes in the locker, one of those locking
Yeah,
sealed
involved,
bags.
yeah.
And like, you know what? Just watch it through your eyes. They also are high
telling you.
resolution.
Yeah, record it with your brain.
Yeah. As opposed to most people see the show through this little.
And are you ever going to watch it again?
No.
That's the thing. It's like, man, experience it with your own eyes and your own ears.
Even when people show me
Pay
on a
attention.
phone, I don't want to see. It's like telling me about your dream. Nobody gives a shit about your dream.
Unless it's Corey Feldman. Then you've got to
Corey Feldman. 100%.
Yes. Well, we are getting close to the end of the show, but we want to thank you for being on. And there's
Thank
some
you.
fantastic stories, man.
Absolutely.
There's a lot more.
And you're even like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm not interesting. Like, oh, trust me,
Yeah.
it's going to be fine.
We have a fine way of pulling the string.
yeah.
Just-
Also, it's a very low bar of interest.
yeah.
Jason got my office, by the way, after I left.
After you left the station?
yeah. I worked-
He actually brags about that. Just-
And then I took his office.
Actually, I went into your boss and said, you should get rid of.
I mean, he's probably getting paid a lot more than the rest of us.
Yeah.
I did all the work.
And that
Who's
office
the captain now?
Look at me, Sean. Look at me, Sean.
I am captain.
I'm the captain.
I am art director.
Well, and I know we're near the end, but Jason was probably the best thing that happened to the station.
Yeah.
When we hired because we were like, just do your thing,
Yeah.
because he was mind blowing.
But keep your pants on.
It's just sad though the state of news now, and
well, there's no art directors anymore.
yeah,
I mean, I think DRB still has.
Well,
some people.
they just got bought.
yeah, they just kind
Oh, that's right, they did.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
so I think a bunch of people got let go.
Well,
so-
Wave is combining with somebody else now, right? Or is that,
Oh, another local channel that they're going
that's
to.
right. I could be wrong.
Well, they own. I think they own Wave and WDRB.
Right. So that's too much market share.
And that should be against the law. I mean, it used to be against the
It
law.
used to.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And
Well,
now you can.
And that's why the Binghams, after that,
Yes.
they sold off all
Yeah.
of their, journalistic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just don't understand that, how you can have two
Me neither.
No.
major network affiliates owned by the same. I don't get it.
Yep. No, that seems to break all the laws.
Well, now isn't it the
Monopoly.
trend that more and more is just being pushed from centralized locations
Yes.
to local?
Well, and that's what happened to us.
Yeah.
where you start leaving little gaps of, okay, now you fill in your little things here and there.
And that's why shortly after I left, which seemed like kind of the same thing, it was a great time to get out because positions were getting eliminated because of that reason.
And the automate. I even see, I think, if I'm not mistaken, like people at the desk working their own prompter.
I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised.
they do that. Well,
Yeah.
and actually, some of them like it.
But
They have
the
more
control.
Yeah, yeah.
because you'll see that on some of the local stations.
Yes.
Because I took a picture, and it's one of those little
That's what I've noticed.
editing spinners
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I have one at home to work with Premiere, and you'll see the person doing it, and I took a picture of it and I sent it to Kirby, and I'm like, what the?
Running their own prompter.
She goes, yeah. Some people actually like it better.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of these reporters are going out and they set up the camera. They do
Oh God.
everything.
Yeah. I mean,
There's no van that goes in.
There's no team anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there was one situation where
Anchorman would be a boring movie these days.
well,
It is Anchor Man.
speaking of Anchorman, Jason told me one day, we were talking about Anchorman, and this was perfect. Jason said, that is not a comedy, that's a documentary. Seriously, because I started in television in the 80s, and it was just
I mean, it was so much that the inside of the station we worked at looked almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
The same paneling, even the same conference room table was the exact same shape as the one.
Well,
in
see,
Anchorman.
that's the reason why. When
it was
when I was at
uncanny.
Western, we had a field trip, 2 field trips. We had one to a TV station to see if
and
that's
one to a prison.
and one to a post production facility.
Oh, nice.
And to help us sort of, and our field trip for television was the 6 o'clock news at WHAS.
no kidding.
Yeah, this was back probably in 89 or 90.
I was there.
And we're there for the 6 o'clock news, and it was like, what the fuck? I mean, people are yelling at each other,
Oh, yeah.
calling
The
people
chaos.
names.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Roll the tape, roll the tape, roll the tape, roll the tape. And you're sitting there going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then we go to this post house, and there's like candy in the things. Everybody's
Jazz cigarettes everywhere.
they're like, hey man, anybody want to go outside and smoke a cigarette?
And this informed your decision.
And I was like, man, this is so laid back.
Yeah.
And
Nobody's
they're
yelling.
bringing in alcohol. It's like, I'm going to post, guys. You guys can go to news if you want to.
Well, we could hear the screaming from the control
Oh,
room.
dude, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean,
Could
in
you
our
really?
department.
Yeah.
and
Really.
And it was not like next door. It was down the hall and
yeah,
you know,
yeah. You
dog
had to
leg
go
left.
down.
Took
Yeah.
some effort.
Yeah.
But in
But it was weird after the newscast. It's like, oh, great job, everybody. Great.
Yeah.
It was like, how did all that? You were just like in that dude's shit for like,
Yeah.
like,
That's how it was.
and the ones who were the biggest cussers were the women,
yeah.
yeah.
I could see that.
and they would just be screaming, some things. It's like, wow,
Make a man blush.
yeah, and it was crazy.
Even Tom and Lee said, no, thanks.
It reminds me, and I really wish of any show that they had done more with Newsroom. Remember that with Jeff Daniels that ran for a while?
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yep.
But yeah, trying to capture the same way Sports Night did, on broadcast information.
I just wish you could have seen all the kids getting back on this college bus after that.
They probably loved it.
No, they were like, a career change. Yeah, it's like that was.
It's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
It's good that you got that trip, though.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sean was there at the time.
I was probably around the corner from when you. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, kids, for all the yelling.
We had kids get brought through the art department at times, and some of the kids would ask me for my autograph. I was like, this is what, right? I mean,
yeah.
Nice.
It was crazy, but it was fun. And I always, did a little demo for the kids, and we had the stat camera. Camera.
Was that with the clown outfit? Or?
Sometimes. But we'd pick a kid up with his head underneath it. It'd show up on the TV, and the kids would laugh, and
It was magic.
It was fun.
Well, Sean, this was also fun. So thank you.
Thank you
for being on it. And guys, thank you for being on the show.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah,
everybody.
happy Halloween. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.